Thank you for joining today's Healthy Back class, Healthy Low Back class. Today's class is going to focus on a lot on this in the supine position, which means on your back. And we do this a lot in this class, mostly because when you lie on your back, your spine doesn't take the compression of your body weight, and it's got its natural curves, so it's better. It has less torque on your spine when we do certain things. So generally speaking, things on your back, things on your belly are usually pretty good for keeping your low back healthy, even if you have a low back kind of flare up. We'll do some slightly different variations of movements and poses we do from there today, just to change things up a little bit. Let's start then on our backs in the supine position. Actually, a little more space here. So just like corpse pose, take a moment to relax on your back. Now, if it feels better for you to have your knees bent, of course, that's okay too. Otherwise, you can have your legs straight. Close your eyes, relax your jaw, allow your upper and lower rows of teeth to separate and feel your tongue widen inside your mouth. Even soften the little muscles around your eyes. Now we're going to draw your awareness inward. Just really notice how it feels to be in your body today at this time. And then if you haven't already, also begin to notice your breath without controlling it or shaping it. First, just take a moment to feel its rhythm. Just feel the body breathe. Now begin to focus on lengthening your breath. Don't worry so much about deepening your breath. Just focus on maybe slowing it down a bit. 5 seconds for the exhale, 5 seconds for the inhale, or something close to that would be great. Breathe through your nose, but preferably hear the breath to softly move in and out of your throat. And now keep breathing this way and turn your palms to face down just outside your hips and charge up your legs so it feels like you're standing in mountain pose even though you're on your back. Okay, now as you inhale, bring your arms up and over your head. As you do that, also point your toes so you feel the arches of your feet engage. Keep inhaling until the backs of your hands are on the floor behind you. And as you exhale, bring your arms back down and press into your heels. Keep exhaling until your palms touch the floor again, just outside your hips. Let's do that again. Inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. Point your toes. Keep inhaling until the backs of your hands are on the floor behind you. And then when you exhale, bring your arms down, press into your heels. Keep exhaling until your palms touch the floor, just outside your hips. So continue with those movements on your own. Inhale when you reach over your head, exhaling when you bring your arms back down. So you're linking each movement to one breath. As always, so be mindful that you're stretching the breath so it lasts a little bit longer than the movement does. Stretch your breath so it lasts slightly longer than the movement. And a few more times. Alright, good. Now, let's get our lower body a little more involved. So, once your arms are down, bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet to the floor. We're going to do a little bridging, but we're going to do this bridging with different widths between our feet. Start with your feet together, pretty close toward your hips, but feet all the way together for now. Then bring your arms back down by your sides. Again, as you inhale, lift your arms, but press your feet down so you can lift your hips into bridge. Keep inhaling with the backs of your hands around the floor behind your hips up nice and high. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your arms and your hips back to the floor. Once your palms are on the floor, separate your feet a few inches. And then repeat, inhale, lift your hips and lift your arms. Exhale, slowly lower your hips and arms. Once your palms are on the floor again, open your feet an inch or two wider. Inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms. Keep inhaling the whole way up. Keep exhaling the whole way down. Once you're down, you guessed it, open your feet a little wider. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Now, if you haven't already, bring your feet to be the width of your mat, if you're on a yoga mat. That is otherwise about shoulder width or so. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower your hips. Now we're just going to reverse it. So once your hips and your palms are down, bring your feet a little closer in, inch or two. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Feet a little bit closer. Inhale. Exhale. A little closer with your feet. And lift up. Slowly lower down. And then finally, feet all the way together, like we started. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Alright, once you're down this time, just take a rest. You separate your feet a bit. Let your knees touch so your thighs slightly turn in. Take a moment to relax here. Okay, now we're going to do some windshield wipers, but again, a little different variation. Bring your feet together again. Knees bent, bring your feet together. Have your arms out like a T or like a cactus, whichever you prefer. Then keep your feet together. When you exhale, drop your knees to the left, turn your head to the right. Inhale when you bring them back up. Now as you exhale, drop your knees to the right and turn your head to the left. Yeah, just like windshield wipers. Whenever you inhale, your knees are up. When you exhale, you drop them to one side and turn your head to the other side. One more time. Okay, good. Once we've gone to both sides an equal number of times, come back to the center. Now, without using your hands, draw your knees in toward your chest. And then, still without using your hands, make a circular motion with your knees. So you can massage your lower back on the floor. You can make small circles, make big circles, whichever feels better for you. Continue breathing smoothly through your nose. Now chances are when your knees move away from your torso, you'll want to inhale. When your knees move toward your torso, you'll feel better to exhale. And reverse it, go the other direction. Okay, now use your hands to pull your right knee toward your chest and extend your left leg to the floor. And now just make a circular motion with your right foot so you mobilize that ankle a little bit. Especially if you stand all day or walk a lot, ankle mobility plays an important part in everything, including low back health. Go the other direction. All right, now don't use your hands again and make a circular motion with just your right leg. Make a big circular motion. Try to take your right hip joint through a big full range of motion. Left leg is still on the floor. And now reverse it and go the other direction. Make a circle in the other direction. All right, now hold the back of your right thigh, which is just knee extensions here. So when you inhale, press your heel up toward the ceiling. Open the back of your right knee. When you exhale, bend that knee and pull your thigh in to compress the right side of your abdomen. Inhale, press your right heel up. Exhale, bend your right knee and pull your thigh in. Try that a few more times. Now keep your right leg up for a few breaths. Press it up like you're standing on the ceiling with your right foot. Now if you want to make it more core strengthening, don't use your hands anymore. But if you take your hands away and it hurts your back, obviously keep your hands on your thigh. Okay, let's change that. So extend your right leg on the floor, draw your left knee into your chest, and make a circular motion with your left foot so you mobilize this ankle. Reverse it, go the other direction. All right, now don't use your hands. Make a big circular motion with your left leg. And reverse it. Okay, hold the back of your left thigh. As you inhale, press your left heel up, extend your left knee. Exhale, flex your left knee and pull your thigh in. Try that about 4 more times, like the first time. And then keep your left leg up. Imagine you're standing on the ceiling with your left foot. You can use your hands, you can not use your hands, whichever feels more appropriate for you. Okay, now pull both knees into your chest, and then press both heels up toward the ceiling. Bring your hands between your knees down. We're going to do some abduction and adduction of our hips, our legs, to wake up the inner thighs. So from here now, as you inhale, open your legs wide, just follow with your hands. When you exhale, give a little resistance with your hands as you squeeze your knees back together. And then repeat, inhale, open your legs wide, just follow along with your hands. When you exhale, give a little resistance with your hands as you squeeze your knees together again. Try that a few more times on your own. Alright, good. Then bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, and then let your knees fall out to the sides with the soles of your feet together, like reclined bound angle pose. Relax here for a moment, allow your lumbar curve to return. We're just going to do one more series of movements here in the supine position. This one's also good for strengthening your core, but if we begin this one and it bothers your low back, of course, back off or skip this part. If it doesn't bother your low back, let's do it so it does strengthen our core, which will help prevent. Because some things you need a certain amount of core strength to do to keep your low back healthy, but if it's too much, it will bother your low back. So let's keep that in mind. Now bring both your legs, stretch your both legs out to the floor. You can have your arms wherever you want for this one. But now, bring your right leg up. Good. Now change sides. Bring your left leg up and right leg down. Kind of like you're marching on your back. Now you can breathe however you want here. You need to just breathe fluidly, of course. Think about having a conscious use of your breath, meaning you're not holding your breath, you're breathing smoothly and breathing through your nose preferably. Just like you're marching, go at your own pace. One leg comes up, one leg comes down. Of course, if it just feels like the muscles in your low back are getting a little fatigued, you can always slide your thumbs kind of under your hips for a little extra low back support. Almost like you're sitting or laying on your thumbs. Good. Use your hands to draw your knees into your chest. Make those knee circles again. Massage your lower back on the floor. And reverse it. And then from here, just go ahead and roll over onto your belly. It's kind of a good old crocodile pose. Line your abdomen, rest your forehead on your hands. You're in this prone position. Breathe freely for a moment here. Breathe freely, but be conscious, be aware of the movements each breath is creating. So chances are when you're here, you'll kind of feel your abdomen fill up when you inhale, your low back kind of lift away from the floor, but when you inhale, and the opposite thing's happening when you exhale. Almost like you're breathing into your low back area. Now stay in crocodile, but bend your knees and make a circular motion with your feet and shin so you rotate your thighs again. And then reverse it, go the other direction. Okay, bring your feet back to the floor, and now let's come into space pose. So you're on your forearms, elbows under your shoulders, grip with your hands and pull your rib cage forward toward the front edge of your mat. At the same time, stretch your big toes toward the back edge of your mat, like you're moving your lower and upper bodies in different directions. Okay, now assuming this does not bother your low back, bend your knees and make those circles again with your feet and shins. If it does bother your lower back, either keep your feet on the floor or return to the crocodile with these kind of circular motions with your feet. Either way is good. And then reverse and go the other direction. Alright, put your feet back to the floor. Now either stay a little bit longer in space pose. If you prefer, lift up into a bigger cobra pose. If you prefer, even in an upward facing dog pose. In upward facing dog, your hips are actually off the floor. Lift your navel, broaden your collarbones. Take a breath or two here. Alright. Then bring your knees to the floor if you're not ready. Sit back towards your heels. Let's come into child's pose next. Have your knees like shoulder width or so. Sit back toward your heels, bring your forehead toward the floor, and then breathe into your back. Good. Let's come into the 90-90 position next. So from a seated position, let's drop your knees to the right. Set up 3 90-degree angles here. So we've got 90 degrees over there, 90 degrees here, and 90 degrees there. Now when you do this, you can bring your hands on either side of your right thigh. Your right hip will be down, your left hip will be off the floor. Settle in here for a moment, using as much support on your hands as you need. And now, as you're here, though, resist your right shin bone down to the floor. Once you settle in, resisting your shin down in the floor so you can sit up nice and tall. Now, let's do a little rotation of this back thigh. So, from here, lift your left knee away from your right heel. As you do that, avoid turning your shoulders. See if you can just isolate your left hip joint to lift your knee away from your heel. Then bring it back down, kind of like the clam and shell exercises that you might do with a physical therapist. Let's do that a few times. Inhale when your knee lifts up and your thigh rotates out. Exhale when you reverse it. Okay, now keep this left knee up. Make as much space between your left knee and your right heel as you can. Keep resisting your right shin down. Keep breathing. Okay, now bring that knee down. Lift your left foot and ankle off the floor a few times now. It won't go very high. It's going to take some effort, but do your best to lift your left foot and ankle off the floor a few times. And then let it hover off the floor, or ask it to hover off the floor for a few breaths. Bring it down. Now unwind, come back to the center, take a breath or two here. Just notice the difference in sides. Okay, change that. Drop your knees to the left, set up a good 90-90 on this side. Now your right hip will be off the floor. Resist your left shin bone down. Nice and tall. Then do this rotation with your right thigh. So move your right knee away from your left heel, like a clam shell opening up, and then bring it back down. Yep. Inhale when you rotate your thigh out and lift your knee. Exhale when you reverse it. Do your best to keep your shoulders and the rest of your body really still. Just isolate your right hip joint. Yeah, keep your right knee as far away from your left heel as possible. Keep resisting your left shin to the floor, keep sitting up tall, keep breathing. Now bring your right knee down and lift your right foot and ankle off the floor a few times. Then ask it nicely to hover off the floor for a few breaths. Bring it down, unwind. And now just for a minute, come into any comfortable seated posture. Just for 1 minute, any comfortable seated posture. Sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, and take a moment to enjoy the peace you've created through the practice. Create a little heat in your hands. Rest your hands over your eyes. Feel the heat moving in and recharging your senses. Take one last breath here. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed class. Have a fantastic day. I hope I get to see you soon.